All right, y'all. I don't know what I did, but what I did, it wasn't right. I do not know what I did. I'll wait for some of y'all to come in here. I don't know what I did.
If you don't like me, then hit the road. I stand my ground all on my own. I won't change up just to make folks stay. And if you're real, you wouldn't walk away. I've seen men burn when the heat kicks in, try to play tough and then break again. But the ones who stay, those are carved in stone, and they're right and bone. When the hell breaks loose, that's when you know who's solid steel and who's quick to go. Stand strong with me, that's loyalty, but break that bond, and you're dead to me. I don't keep folks that can't hold a line. If they switch once, they'll switch twice. I've met men built on borrowed pride, one hard truth and they leave your side. I don't run tight with the maybes and mights. If you're with me once, you stay in the fight. I've learned hard times, tell the truth real fast. Who's down to stay and who ain't built to last? When the hell break loose, that's when you know who's solid steel and who's quick to go. Stand strong with me, that's loyalty, but break that bond, and you're dead to me. When the hell breaks loose, that's when you know who's solid steel and who's quick to go. Stand strong with me, that's loyalty, but break that bond, and you're dead to me.
All right. All right, so I'm used to being in here by myself. It's okay. So when y'all catch the replay or something, you can be at work, whatever, and like I gotta work, I was gonna be on. Yeah, and that messing too. I'm not gonna be on here for a long time before it's short and good time. So hold on, what are you doing? All right. So I know folks can probably heard about this probably a million times, but I just want to give my opinion on it. I mean, my honest opinion. Some people might not like it. Some people might love it. But I'm just being Michael, so it is what it is. So I'm going to share the screen, and I'm going to delve off into it. Because this is very sad and it's a very unfortunate situation what occurred with this young lady, and then we have a criminal walking free. It's it's not about race, but it is, you know what I'm saying? But we have different folks on different sides of the fence on this issue. So Shout out to Lee Bailey's Web, everything urban radio scope. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read this clip, this article, and then I'm going to give you my honest opinion about it, right? Okay. The death of American fashion influencer Ashlee Jenae Robinson in Zanzibar has triggered an international outcry, with her family publicly rejecting the official suicide ruling and pushing for a full independent inquiry into what took place. Okay, so now I do not know why folks every time they go over to them foreign countries like Africa, Mexico, and all that, they always say that they were unalive. First of all, from my understanding, from the doctors to the medical examiners to the nurses, they really don't have the knowledge or the actual degree of an American doctor, nurse, or medical examiner, what have you, because they don't actually have the resources that the states have, right? So I don't understand why folks keep wanting to go to these foreign countries. And it just baffles me. They want to keep going over there, keep going to get them botched surgeries and everything. They be filling them up with poison. They would never know it. But anyhow, back to this young lady, Ashlee Jenae Robinson. And do y'all remember that one girl, Shanquilla Robinson, who went to Mexico with 6 associates because they damn sure wasn't her friend, and allegedly offed her? And we have yet to this day to see or hear what come of that. I ain't heard nothing. It's been about 2-3 years now. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Y'all, especially Africa, Mexico, they do not like black folk that come from over in these United States of America, okay? You know, they don't. And y'all keep going, setting yourself up for this tragedy to happen, and your family's gonna be trying to figure out how I'm gonna bury my baby and this and that and that. Y'all keep going over there. Just y'all, they're letting y'all know y'all not welcome in their states, and then on top of that, look at this dude we got in office. Y'all are not gonna win over in those foreign countries. You're just not gonna win. And once you all realize that, keep going on over there. I mean, anyhow, let's get back to the story. Well, I'm snacking on some flaming hot crunchy chips, so excuse me. But I'm keeping it real. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Okay, so let's get back into it. Thanks to my new subscribers, my loyal subscribers, my everybody subscriber. I appreciate y'all so much. Now, as I'm reading here, it says Robinson, known on social media as Ashlee Robinson, was 31 years old when she was discovered unresponsive in her room at the upscale Zuri Zanzibar Hotel on Nunzwi Beach. She had made the trip to the East African island with her fiance, 48-year-old U.S.-based cryptocurrency dealer Joe McCann, to celebrate her birthday. The two had gotten engaged just days before tragedy struck. Okay? Now I'm going to break it down. Now, y'all attorneys and stuff, don't be trying to get clues and stuff. Y'all be like, well, damn, he's so what? But y'all went to school for this, but y'all, some of y'all just dumb. You know? But I ain't gonna give y'all too much, cause I'm not an attorney. Don't intend on being an attorney. But it's common sense for me, right? So let's go back to some of this good reading. After checking into the property on April the 4th, 2026, the couple's trip took a dark turn when an argument escalated, prompting hotel management to move them to separate accommodations, okay? Tanzanian authorities allege that Robinson took her own life in her room shortly afterward, using fabric from her clothing tied to a wardrobe. She was transported to a medical facility but did not survive and was declared dead on April 10th. Okay, now, look at this. Okay, now, I'm just being an investigator, which I'm not. I'm not licensed to be an investigator, but like I said, I'm just common sense. Now, it was some clip. I wish I had it to share, but I don't. It was on somebody's thing, but it was a white girl that sat behind. It was like they was at a basketball game. I don't know what type of game it was, but it may have been an inside game. So you investigators, check out that white girl that was sitting directly behind the both of them. When I tell you, the look on that white girl's face, it wasn't a good look, like she was hating. Yeah, I wish I could find, but I don't have time right now. I wish I could find it, but I'm pretty sure that him and that girl didn't go over there by themselves. I can promise you that. He had a couple of side pieces over there with them as well. I'm willing to bet. That he had a couple of side pieces over there, and I mean, y'all, I just don't get it, and then they said that the girl, she talked bad about black men, and but look what happened, baby. I'm not saying that was the case, but so since black men are so bad, maybe if you were with a black man, you would have had a better chance, because the black man, which if this were, it would have happened between you and a black man, he would automatically be found guilty of what he did. So now, ma'am, you're deceased. I mean, God bless you and your family, and I'm not making light of this at all, okay? But we having to jump through hoops to try to figure out what happened. They already know what happened. But I don't know. But let me get back to some of this great content. It's really sad and it's very unfortunate, and it is what it is. The girl found unalive in her villa thing. According to the Tanzania Times, McCain was initially held by authorities, and his travel documents were confiscated while investigators examined the circumstances surrounding the case. And then I want to touch on this too, y'all. Now, she's over in Africa. Africans, I already show you over here in the States, they don't like us. They were trained that way to get over here. Okay? That's one. They think they're better than us. And it just is what it is. And you over there with a white man, that's a double dagger, Them African men They really don't like that. And you over in Africa like flaunting, and then you talking about you don't like, but how they said that you allegedly disrespected black men, and you think that they gonna let you come over to their country. I mean, I'm really not making light of this, and I'm not, I'm just saying at some, I calls it how I see it. Don't like it, don't watch it, because I'm just being Michael, okay? But it's really sad, but you can't be on social media flossing this pink man and talking shat and going across seas and stuff with you had the African women didn't like it because they submit to their African kings, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but in my personal opinion, I believe it's gonna be an open and shut case. He's not gonna be charged with anything. The people have already been paid off allegedly. So I ain't even gonna keep going on this subject because it irritates me and I don't like talking about this type of stuff, but there will be no justice, just like there's no justice for Shanquella Robinson, rather. So prayers go out to the family. I my heart is with you at these troubling times, but baby, I'm just telling y'all not gonna get no justice. I'm out. I'll see you on the next one. Laters.